Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a ranked game in my Kagero. Going over the matchmaking, the enemy team have North Carolina, Massachusetts, Richelieu, Martel, Z23, and double Kagero. The map is Neighbors, 3-cap domination, and we're going to kick this one off. And this video is a really good example of how to play the Japanese DDs, where just getting out there and pushing the enemy, and I'll show you what I mean by it. And this is actually going to be a complicated game to do it because I have double Kagero here. The double Kagero is going to end up meaning that I don't have a detection advantage over most of their DDs. The only thing I can outspot is a Z23. And what you're going to see me do for a lot of this game is just get out in front of my team, and you're going to see them. They're going to be, 4 or 5 kilometers behind me, and I'm just going to get out there and just try to screen everything out away from my team. Spot any sort of torpedoes. Really just playing this definitely as a screening ship rather than getting out there and just hunting down damage, like I will do some other games. If I was going more for damage, instead of pushing up here directly to the cap, you would see me probably sneak in between A and B and see what I could do to ambush anything that's trying to move into position. So you can see I'm a little far away from support here, but I do have Akizuki and Kiev right here that are still 5.4 kilometers away, and I'm using my concealment circle specifically to kind of help me maintain, how far I am away from my support, and that lets me judge. I spot a Z23. 5.4 plus 6.1 kilometers, that tells me, how far my support shots are going to be. So that's just a quick and dirty way of enabling your minimap. Now this is what I'm talking about. No warning whatsoever. I've got 2 Kageros in my face. I am running torpedo reload booster, and most DDs are running smoke, so I'm just playing a little cautious right here, and was able to evade. And by not shooting, I basically was able to drop off. One thing to note, since I'm running torpedo reload booster, I'm running the stock gunfire control system, which brings my my maximum gun bloom footprint down to a miserly 8.6 kilometers. For whatever reason, Kagero has very short range guns, and it's always stood out in the Japanese line as a ship that's had very short range guns. Here I'm trying to use it to my advantage. That first kill, the Richelieu, just basically waiting for him to try to turn out. He pushed in, he was overextended. I knew he was gonna have to make a move out of there. So just biding my time, and he was able to turn out into my second set of torps. Now here, I know that most likely the Z23 is still here, so I'm using that concealment circle again, trying to stay outside of his 5 kilometer hydro range. End up running into a Kagero here, and just gonna play safe. Take a look at the minimap. So that Kagero's there. Look how much support I have right here. His support's back here behind him. They have much longer range shots than I do. So again, just gonna play passive. You see, he's already started to kite out. I'm already undetected. He shot, he's going to be detected another 20 seconds unless he smokes. So, one of the abilities just to play passive. Already have a positive trade. This DD shot at me, he's getting hit. This DD is getting hit. and I traded, you know, a few thousand HP for, you know, probably 8,000 on their Kageros back and forth. This is one of the rare times that you guys have seen a video where I don't instantly go to my guns shooting at stuff, and that's just because I have stuff that's so much better at punishing the enemy, the Akizuki and the Kiev in particular, that it's much better for me just to play cautious and let these guys smoke up while I just act as a dedicated spotter. So here comes a push. We've kind of pushed these guys out of B cap, and I'm doing that just I'm doing this just with the proximity of my support compared to the proximity of the support for the enemy Kageros. So if you look now, I've got an Akizuki. I want to say that he's smoked up. He doesn't seem like he's moving that fast. I've got a Hipper and a Massachusetts. We're all going to be pushing up in this direction. You can see we're starting to take this entire section of the map from the enemy. And we're just going to do that. And a big part of it is just going to be me zoning out the enemy DDs. Holding on to my torpedoes simply because everything's kiting away from me. I don't believe a DD's in this smoke. And you can see, Akizuki's turning in, Kiev's turning in, Hipper's still pushing, Massachusetts is turned up, so I'm pushing up, and I'm pushing that screen out even further. Now nothing. The only way something can really even approach B-cap is right through this little gap here, and that's the effect that this has. Throw some torpedoes out there on the Massachusetts. He's moving fairly fast. I don't think that they've got range, but if you notice my support, my Massachusetts, he's kind of turned another way, and you can see I see the gunfire and the smoke here. Just want to come out and get a little bit better angle on that. But you'll notice I'm not pushing as aggressively up here because my support is more, they're getting further away from me. So I'm managing my distances to support here because I always want to end up with a fight that's in my favor. You're going to see definitely what that looks like here momentarily because this Kagero has isolated himself, and I'm basically going to push up here and help stalk this guy and get rid of him. Just waiting for my guns to rotate. And at this point you see just how isolated that enemy Kagero made himself as opposed to me, where almost my entire team has shots on that enemy Kagero. If you look, the Martel in Massachusetts, they kited all the way up to the B line. That takes a lot of pressure off us, and you're gonna see me start to double back. I know this Kagero got clipped pretty good. So that's another kill that I'm looking for. Sorry, I know OBS is stuttering right now. I made some changes, and hopefully that will go away. You can see the Kagero torps. That lets me know he's back up over here still. Now my Hipper, he's pushing pretty aggressive. He's actually turning out right now, and that's definitely risky. Now Z23, he makes a move here, manages to kill my Kiev and my Akizuki. So that's definitely hero award over there. Now here, horrible torp position, but I'm trying to do something to help my hipper out. I'm gonna be shooting in a bit if these torps don't work out, simply because try to give this Massachusetts something else to shoot at other than my hipper. And it's looking like this second set of torps is going to be looking pretty good. And there we go. So Massachusetts down. Unfortunately, I had to kite out a bit further than I wanted. But I'm going to wrap right back around, resume my push up here, and try to get in front of my support here. Get a quick picture on the enemy Kagero. Now, I didn't have the gun range to shoot him, but it looks like he's just panic smoked and he's just trying to ride this out. I know he's low HP. I'm just gonna start throwing shots around in the smoke, see if I can get anything. He's being smart. He's not shooting, and that's what's making this harder. So he has used his torps, and because he did smoke, he doesn't have anything left in the tank other than his guns. You see him shoot once. I'm waiting for him to shoot again. Dead Kagero. Gotta learn how to shoot and smoke, guys. And that's gonna bring this game to a close. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. It's not the most exciting game damage-wise, but it definitely was a really solid game, showing just how important maintaining your spacing to your support is. And if you do that, you find that you don't really need to force a lot of things. If you look this game, I was just able to just go around and end up just taking terrain. Nothing could really push me because I had more support than the enemy DDs did. I didn't even need to shoot, you know, just kept doing my thing, let, you know, the enemy DDs would run off, and, you know, my superior support would just, you know, do the work for me. And that's something that I haven't talked about in a long time with a Japanese torpedo boat video, particularly with Kagero. So I did think that this was a good idea to get it out there. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. Hope you're having a good night, and I will talk to you later.